If you think your narcissistic partner is some kind of tactical evil genius who's always 10 steps ahead of you, you are giving them way too much credit. The reality, their blinding arrogance actually makes them the absolute dumbest person in the room. They walk through life genuinely believing they're completely untouchable. They're convinced they can burn down every single bridge they cross and never have to inhale the toxic smoke. But right now, as you are listening to this, they're systematically feeding themselves a slow-acting poison. They think they're winning a high-stakes game of chess, but they're actually cutting the wires to their own life support machine. They willingly trade a lifetime of genuine love, real loyalty, and absolute protection just to score a few cheap temporary points for their fragile ego. They do not see the massive ticking time bomb their cruelty is building. But I promise you, it is guaranteed to blow up in their own face. By the time the smoke clears, they will be left completely alone, broken, and utterly ruined by their own stupid hands. I'm Danish, a narcissistic abuse recovery professional. Welcome to my channel. Today, we are exposing the 5 dumbest moves narcissists make that lead to their permanent downfall. Before we pull back the curtain on these fatal mistakes, if you're currently feeling confused, drained, or stuck, trying to figure out if you're dealing with a real narcissist, my free 2-minute quiz will tell you exactly what you're up against. The link is right there in the description or the comments below. Take the quiz right now. The first incredibly stupid move a narcissist makes is convincing themselves they can systematically destroy their partner behind closed doors while still being an amazing parent to the kids. They will never admit their faults out loud. Instead, they love to repeat the classic delusional justification. Our relationship issues have nothing to do with the kids. I provide everything. I'm an incredible parent, a mom, a dad, and my partner is just overreacting. They're just too sensitive. They're mentally ill. They genuinely believe they can compartmentalize their cruelty. This is a massive psychological impossibility. A child's developing nervous system does not learn how to feel safe in a vacuum. A child directly co-regulates and builds their entire sense of reality through the emotional state of their primary caregiver. If that parent is constantly living in a state of terror, constant stress, random crying spells, deep depression, and hyper-vigilant survival mode, the child feels it instantly in the gut. They feel it in the heavy atmosphere of the home like I did. They feel it vibrating through their own physical bodies. It wires itself directly into their fragile nervous system. If one parent is not genuinely happy and emotionally safe, the child is fundamentally unsafe too. When a narcissist destroys their partner's peace of mind, they're dropping a bomb right onto the child's emotional sanctuary. They're too short-sighted to realize that children eventually grow up. They see right through the manipulation and they end up completely detesting the parent who turned their childhood into a psychological war zone. Move number 2, targeting their parent during pregnancy and postpartum. The second dumbest move they make is choosing to actively abuse, neglect, and torment their partner during pregnancy and postpartum. These are the most tender, physically exhausting, and emotionally vulnerable seasons of a person's entire life. This is the exact window where a person's psychological ledger is permanently written in stone. When a narcissist intentionally chooses to make that vulnerable phase lonely, scary, stressful, and painful, their partner never forgets it. A person might forgive 100 regular arguments over the years, but they will never ever forget the face of the partner who left them crying on the floor while they were carrying their child. They will never forget the person who mocked their changing body or vanished emotionally when they were bleeding, exhausted, and desperately trying to care for a newborn. The narcissist is too blind to realize that by attacking their partner at their absolute weakest, they permanently shatter the illusion of safety. Furthermore, their toxic stress imprint locks itself straight into the baby's developing body. With this brainless move, They completely destroy the core family who could have grown up to be their biggest lifetime assets, their deepest protectors, and their most loyal defenders. They trade future loyalty for a cheap moment of dominance, ensuring they will eventually die a completely isolated stranger to their own flesh and blood. Number 3, choosing toxic blood family and fake friends over their core family. Pay close attention to this third move because it is the exact reason why old narcissists end up completely abandoned. They make the fatal mistake of actively prioritizing their toxic family of origin and casual outside friends over their own spouse and children. A narcissistic partner operates under the broken belief that their narcissistic parent, their dramatic siblings, and their superficial buddies are their real people, while their spouse and kids are secondary property who could just wait quietly in the corner. They will cross oceans to defend a toxic person who constantly insults their spouse. They'll spend thousands of dollars to impress acquaintances at a bar while counting pennies when their own children need basic supplies. What their massive ego fails to see is that many of those outside people are only hoovering around them for their money, status, and pure convenience. They're parasites feeding off the need for applause. Even worse, that toxic family of origin is not loving them in a healthy way. They are using them for emotional codependency or outside validation. If those parents truly loved them, they would protect the marriage and help them build their core family, not actively try to destroy it. Because of this deep, unhealed childhood wound, the narcissist never actually learns how to build a healthy, respectful relationship. What they loudly call loyalty is nothing but deep family dysfunction, trading a solid rock foundation for a kingdom of shifting sand. Number 4, thinking a fat bank balance makes them completely untouchable. The fourth absolute dumbest move a narcissist makes is operating under the delusion that having money, assets, means they can stand completely above the rules of basic human decency. In their twisted, superficial minds, money equals power. They genuinely think if they have financial status, they can treat people like disposable garbage, lie, cheat, and betray anyone they want because their wealth makes them immune to consequences. They use their financial success like armor, believing it allows them to treat human beings like cheap toys. But there comes a time in life when the money remains, but absolutely no one remains with them. They forget what the world is always watching. Over time, their real ugly side becomes knowledge, common knowledge. Even other wealthy people, business partners, and colleagues start quietly avoiding them like plague. Why? Because the professional world knows a fundamental behavioral truth. If a person is not a genuine family person, they are a terrible business person. A person who will cold-bloodedly betray their own loyal partner, and innocent children will absolutely betray a business partner the second it benefits their wallet. In old age, this material obsession becomes their ultimate freezing punishment. The bank balance is perfectly full, but the home is completely empty. They sit alone in a cold, silent castle built of cash, realizing too late that you cannot buy genuine human warmth when your soul is completely bankrupt. Move number 5, pushing the safest person in their life until they're emotionally finished. This is the ultimate final nail in the narcissist's coffin. The single dumbest thing a narcissist will ever do is push the single safest, most forgiving person in their life until that person becomes completely, entirely done. Every single narcissist on this planet has one special person, a high empathy partner, a person who genuinely loves them, gave them 50 different chances, constantly cleaned up their ruined public image, made endless excuses for their deep emotional wounds, protected their darkest secrets, and constantly painted them to look more human than they actually were. This person was their ultimate shield, their emotional garbage can, and their unconditional safety net. The narcissist looks at that person's endless patience and makes the brainless mistake of mistaking it for absolute weakness. They assume the safe person will always return because they returned the lost 90 times. They think they can pull the rubber band infinitely without it ever snapping. But one day, the constant abuse hits an invisible wall, and something deep inside that empathetic partner permanently dies. They don't scream, they don't fight, and they don't cry anymore. They suddenly become entirely calm, icy cold, completely quiet, and emotionally finished. This is the official start of the narcissist's permanent downfall. When that safe person finally detaches and walks away into the sunset, the narcissist does not just lose a relationship, they lose their ultimate sanctuary. They're completely naked to face the cold, harsh judgments of a world that now sees them for the exact monster they truly are. When you look closely at these 5 fatal mistakes, you realize that the narcissist's entire life is nothing but a tragic, slow-motion car crash driven by their own out-of-control arrogance. But while they're busy destroying their own future, the chronic psychological stress they inflicted on you can leave a deep, invisible scar on your body. Narcissistic abuse causes real, measurable damage to the physical human brain. If you find yourself currently struggling with thick brain fog, a suddenly poor memory, constant emotional overwhelm, intense anxiety, or a lingering feeling that your brain is simply not the same person it used to be, you need to understand that you're not imagining it. Your nervous system has been severely rewired by trauma. In my upcoming live masterclass, I am going to explain the exact neuroscience of how narcissistic abuse changes the structure of your brain. And more importantly, I'll give you the practical neuroscience-based exercises to help your mind heal, reset, and recover its power. This deep dive event happens only once a year. Do not let their past cruelty dictate the health of your future. Reserve your spot right now through the exclusive link available in the description or the comments below. And with that, let's bring this episode to an end. I will talk to you in the next one. Until then, as always, let the healing begin and continue.